are many things in this world that should be changed. There should be more emphasis on grades, there should be better treatment towards animals, and we should try to put an end to global warming. But I have thought of something different. If I could change one thing in this world, it would be to eliminate peer pressure. My name is Pranav Krishnan, and today I will be talking about what peer pressure is, the disadvantages of peer pressure, a time I gave into peer pressure, and some tips on how to avoid it. So buckle up, guys. I'm going to take you on an eye-opening journey about peer pressure. First and foremost, what is peer pressure? The dictionary defines peer pressure as influence from members of a peer group. In other words, peer pressure is when you see someone doing something that influences you and invites you to do it. Peer pressure is the urge that makes you feel or simply act in a certain way to fit in. This may be the way you dress, the food you eat, or even your accent. But sadly, the happiness of peer pressure is short-lived and has many disadvantages. Just as some influences bring along with them lots of positive vibes, some influences can come with lots of negativity. When people are affected by peer pressure, they start losing who they are and lack their true being. This results in deteriorating self-confidence. Peer pressure can affect academic performances. During growth, some students find it more important to be accepted by their peer group, so they spend more time with their peer group rather than focusing on studies. This reduces students' test scores. Lastly, peer pressure can lead to adoptance of bad habits. Just to confirm their need to feel accepted by their group, some people don't even care to give a thought before doing something crazy like alcohol consumption, smoking, or even drug abuse. Now I'm going to tell you about the time I gave in to peer pressure. This all started when the brand new PlayStation 4 released. All my friends had it, and I really wanted one too. So I asked my parents, but they firmly said no. This made me very sad. So the next day, I lied to all my friends and said that I had one too. But eventually they found out and proved me wrong right in front of my parents. This was very embarrassing. My parents told me that I was trying to fit in and be one of them. Ever since then, I never gave in to peer pressure. Now I know what you all are thinking. How can we avoid peer pressure, right? I'm going to give you 3 ways on how we can avoid peer pressure. First and foremost, self-esteem is a crucial component when it comes to avoiding peer pressure. You can practice self-esteem by not cutting yourself down in front of your group and feeling confident in yourself. You can encourage this behavior by hanging out with positive role models. Ever heard of the saying, birds of feather flock together? This means that the same types of people will hang out together. So choose your friends wisely. Make sure you have friends who are happy and confident of who they are and won't pressure you into doing something you are uncomfortable of. Lastly, everyone has conscience. But sometimes when you feel like you're caving into peer pressure, stop. Think of every moment and realize the future of the consequences. I have stated 3 ways on how we can avoid peer pressure. In conclusion, today I have talked about what peer pressure is, the disadvantages of peer pressure, some ways on how to avoid it, and a time I got pressured by my peers. Remember, Dr. Seuss once said, life is to not fit in, it is to stand out. Remember, avoiding peer pressure might sound bitter, but its fruit is sweet. Thank you.